you're lying to yourself. And I don't mean that in a harsh way. I mean it in the most honest way I possibly can, because someone needs to say it to you, and most people in your life are too afraid to. You've been telling yourself that you'll start when you feel ready, when motivation shows up, when the timing is right, when conditions are perfect. And while you've been waiting, days have passed, weeks have passed, and somewhere in the back of your mind, you already know the life you keep saying you're going to build, you haven't touched it, not really. Today, that changes, because today, I'm going to tell you the one thing that separates the people who actually build something from the people who spend their whole lives getting ready to. It's not talent, it's not luck, it's not connections or money or the right opportunity falling into your lap. It's discipline, and it has nothing, absolutely nothing, to do with how you feel. Most people spend their entire lives chasing motivation. They watch videos like this one, looking for that spark. They listen to speeches, read books, follow people who seem to have it figured out. And for a moment, they feel it, that electricity, that fire. And then it's gone. Because motivation is an emotion, and emotions are temporary. They don't care about your goals. They don't wake up when you need them. They show up on their own schedule and disappear without warning. The people you look up to, the ones who've built real strength, real success, real lives, they don't feel motivated every morning. They feel tired. They feel doubt. They feel resistance just like you do. The difference is they stopped waiting for the feeling to change before they moved. That is the whole game, right there. That is the secret everyone is searching for, wrapped up in one sentence. They moved without the feeling. Think about what you're actually asking for when you wait for motivation. You're asking your emotions to give you permission to pursue your own life. You're handing the keys of your future to something that is completely outside your control. And that is why nothing changes. Your brain is not on your side. I know that sounds dramatic, but hear me out. Your brain's entire job, its number one biological priority, is to keep you safe and comfortable. Every time you try to push towards something hard, towards something that requires real effort and real sacrifice, your brain sends a signal. Stop, rest, this is unnecessary, you're fine where you are. That signal is not wisdom. That signal is your comfort zone protecting itself. And here is the part that will change everything for you. When your mind tells you that you're done, when it says you've hit your limit, when every part of you screams, stop, you are only at 40% of your actual capacity. 40%. That wall you keep running into, the point where you give up, where you put things down, where you tell yourself you've given everything you have, that is not your limit. That is just where your mind starts lying to you. You have so much more. You have always had more. You just never pushed past the point where the lying starts. Discipline is what happens when you decide in advance that the lie doesn't get a vote. Real discipline doesn't look like what movies show you. It's not someone waking up feeling like a warrior every morning. It's not someone who never doubts themselves, never feels pain, never wants to quit. Real discipline looks like someone who feels all of those things and gets up anyway. It's the person who is exhausted at 5:30 in the morning, but their feet hit the floor because they decided the night before that this is who they are now. It's the person who sits down to do the hard work when every distraction in the world is pulling at them. It's the person who keeps their word to themselves, even when no one else would ever know if they broke it. That last part is everything. Keeping your word to yourself when no one is watching. That is where discipline is built. Not in public, not in the moments that get shared online, in the private moments, the ones between you and your own conscience, where you either show up or you don't. Every time you show up in those moments, you are building something. Not just results, not just progress toward a goal. You are building an identity. You are building evidence, real, undeniable evidence that you are someone who can be trusted, someone who does what they say, someone who doesn't fold when it gets hard. And here is why that matters more than any result. When you trust yourself, your confidence becomes unshakable because it's not built on a feeling, it's built on a track record. It's built on 1,000 small moments where you chose to keep going. No one can take that from you. No bad day, no setback, no failure can erase what you have built inside yourself through consistent action. Now, let's talk about how you actually build this, because inspiration without application is just entertainment. The first thing you have to understand is that most people destroy themselves by starting too big. They get fired up, they watch something like this, and they overhaul their entire life overnight. 5 a.m. wake-ups, 2-hour workouts, perfect diet, meditation, journaling, reading, all starting tomorrow. And by the end of the week, they're back to exactly where they started, using that collapse as proof that they're just not built for discipline. That is not a character flaw. That is a system design flaw. Discipline is a muscle. You build it the same way you build any other muscle, slowly, progressively, consistently. You don't walk into a gym on day one and load the bar with everything on the rack. You start where you are. You build from there. Start so small it almost feels pointless. 10 push-ups in the morning, 15 minutes of focused work, 1 glass of water before anything else, 1 page of reading before bed. Do it every single day, without exception, without negotiation. You are not chasing results yet. You are chasing identity. You are proving to yourself, rep by rep, day by day, that you are someone who shows up. And once that identity is locked in, once your brain accepts that this is just who you are now, you can build on it, add to it, scale it. But the foundation has to be laid first, and the foundation is consistency at a level that doesn't break you. The second thing, and this is critical, you have to remove the decision entirely. Every time you have to decide in the moment whether or not to do something, you are giving your brain a chance to talk you out of it. And your brain is very good at making excuses sound like reasons. It will tell you that you're tired and rest is important. It will tell you that one day off won't hurt. It will make quitting feel responsible. You eliminate that window by deciding in advance. Your workout is not something you decide to do when you wake up. It is at 6 a.m., and that is not a question. Your work session doesn't start when you feel inspired. It starts at 9, and inspiration can show up whenever it wants, as long as it meets you there. Your food is planned before you're hungry, so hunger doesn't make the decision for you. No decision, no negotiation, no window for your excuses to climb through. Just the system. And you either honor the system or you don't. Now here is the part nobody wants to hear, but it might be the most important thing I say today. This is going to hurt. Not metaphorically, not in some abstract philosophical sense. Building real discipline, pushing past 40%, doing the work when you don't feel like it, keeping your word to yourself day after day is genuinely uncomfortable. There will be mornings where you want to stay in bed more than you have ever wanted anything. There will be days where the work feels pointless and the progress feels invisible. There will be moments where you look at people who quit and part of you thinks that actually looks better than this. And here's what I need you to understand about those moments. They are not a sign that something is wrong. They are a sign that something is right. They mean you are in the territory where most people turn back. They mean you are pushing past 40%. The suffering is not an obstacle to growth. The suffering is the mechanism of growth. It has always been. Every callus, every sore muscle, every frustrating skill that slowly becomes natural, that is your capacity expanding. That is you becoming more than you were yesterday. Stop trying to get around the hard parts. Stop looking for the version of success that doesn't require sacrifice. It doesn't exist. It has never existed. The people you admire did not find a shortcut. They found a way to be okay with the discomfort. They stopped being surprised when it was hard and started expecting it. They made peace with the fact that the path forward runs directly through the thing they least want to do. And then they walked through it anyway. That is available to you right now. Not someday, not when you feel ready, right now. Because here is the truth that ties everything together. Your life is being built in this moment, not in some future version of your story where everything clicks into place. Right now, today, in the next hour. Every choice is a brick, and those bricks are building something whether you're paying attention or not. The question is, what are you building? Are you building a life that slowly shrinks? A life of comfortable habits and safe choices and someday that never comes? A life where you wake up years from now and wonder what happened to everything you said you were going to do? Or are you building something that will make the future version of you stand straight and say, I did that. I showed up when I didn't want to. I kept going when everything said stop. I built this, not because it was easy, but because I decided I was worth the effort. That version of you is real. They exist. They are waiting on the other side of the discipline you keep putting off. You don't reach them by feeling motivated. You reach them by getting up tomorrow morning even when you don't want to. By sitting down and doing the work even when it's hard. By choosing every single day to be someone who does not wait for permission from their feelings. Stop waiting to feel ready. You are already ready. Now go prove it.